Okay, let's just jump right in. So, Google's AI tools are popping up everywhere, right? But you've got Pro, Ultra, and Workspace. It's kind of confusing trying to figure out which one you're supposed to use. Well, we're going to clear all that up right now. And yeah, this is the big question, isn't it? It really just boils down to what you're trying to do. Are you a creator, a power user pushing the limits, or are you working with a team in a business? Let's figure it out together. Okay, first things first. Before we can even talk about the plans, we've got to pop the hood and see what's actually running this whole show. What's the core tech behind it all? And that engine, it's called Gemini. The best way to think about these models, you've got Ultra, Pro, and Nano, is that they're the brains of the operation. Each one is built for different kinds of tasks, from simple stuff on your phone all the way up to the most complex, demanding challenges you can throw at it. All right, so let's start with our first type of user. Maybe this is you, the everyday creator, the individual, the creative pro. You're someone who wants to take an idea and make it real, like way faster than before. We're talking about shrinking that time from idea to finished product from days down to maybe just a few hours. If that sounds like you, then the answer is pretty simple. The Google AI Pro plan. Seriously, its whole reason for existing is to just pour rocket fuel on your personal productivity and your creative projects. So what do you actually get with this plan? Well, you get access to some really powerful creative tools like Flow for videos and Whisk for making images. You also get Gemini built right into the apps you probably use every day, like Docs and Gmail. Plus, there's an advanced research tool called Notebook LM. And on top of all that, you get a hefty 2 terabytes of cloud storage to save everything. And honestly, this is the real game changer here. You're not having to go out and learn some brand new, complicated app. Gemini just shows up right where you're already working. It's there to help you write, brainstorm, edit, whatever I need without ever having to switch windows or break your flow. Okay, so that's the Pro plan, but what if you need even more? Let's level up and talk about the person who needs to be right on the absolute cutting edge of what's possible. Right. So if the Pro plan is for the creator, think of the Google AI Ultra plan as being for the innovator. This is your all-access pass to the most powerful models and the newest, most experimental features that Google is working on. Okay, well, there's a lot to unpack here, but let's just hit the big upgrades. First, just look at the storage. It's a massive jump from 2 terabytes in Pro all the way up to 30 in Ultra. Then you've got the AI credits for those creative tools. That goes from 1,000 to 25,000. And maybe most importantly, Ultra is how you get exclusive access to Google's top-tier reasoning models, like this 2.5 DeepThink. This is absolutely the plan for maximum power. And what does all that power mean for you? It means you can go deeper into your work than ever before. You get features like deep research, but with the highest possible limits, which is really designed for when you need to tackle those super complex problems and analyses. Okay, so we've covered the plans for individuals. That's great. But what happens when you're not working alone? What about when you're part of a team or an entire company? Well, that's when the whole conversation changes. It's less about features and more about one absolutely critical thing: security. And for any organization, big or small, the answer is super clear. It's Google Workspace. This is the enterprise-level solution built from the ground up for teamwork and, you guessed it, security. Look, if you're in a business, this quote right here is the single most important thing you need to hear. Your business data is protected. It is never, and I mean never, used to train Google's models. Full stop. That's the promise. All right, let's pull back for a second. Let's zoom out and put all these pieces together so we can see the big picture, how this whole ecosystem works. It really all builds on top of each other like a stack. At the bottom, you have the foundational hardware. On top of that, you have the Gemini models, the engine we talked about. Then you have the consumer apps, which are delivered through Google One. And at the very top, you have that secure enterprise platform, Google Workspace. And when you put it all together, that's what you get: a single, totally integrated ecosystem. It's not just a collection of tools. It's designed to be a true partner in innovation, whether you're a solo creator or a massive corporation. So there you have it. Whether you're that solo creator, that power user pushing the boundaries, or you're part of a big enterprise team, there's a really clear path forward for you. The real question now isn't if you're going to have an AI partner, it's what amazing things are you going to build with it?